Welcome back to Amor. This episode is very, very especial de mi corazón. We have Evan on today giving us his 2 cents about gratitude and encouragement and also just some gems that he has for us. So definitely tap into this one. This is a good one, my girl.
Okay, we're here.
We're here.
I haven't been here the whole time. This is crazy.
Literally, I love that you're here right now. Like, I really do. Thank you.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you for having me on Amor.
Oh my God. Thank you for being a part of Amor. You guys, the way it looks so cool, literally because of Evan and Naomi. I love us. One of the biggest things I'm literally grateful for.
Spill the tea.
It's seriously like, okay, so Evan has 4 cats. I'm not even kidding. It's amazing, and I cannot even imagine the amount of love you feel on a daily. Like, the cats, they're so full of love. You're like, one's crazy, the other one
aggressive. The girls are cute. The boys are
beautiful.
Yeah, they're
beautiful.
Yeah, they're handsome. They're ornery. I love that word. That's one of my favorite words, ornery.
Okay, tell me.
How do you spell that word?
I'm like Henry.
I think that it's spelled Ornery. Ornery.
It's French or something.
It's country, girl.
Country.
He's ornery. Henri. Oh, Henri, I just got the French. No, but like for real, my cats are ornery and they're precious. I do love them.
They're so precious.
And you got a chance to meet them, which is awesome.
I did. And they're, oh my God, gorgeous. But so I just got a kitten. She's the love of my life. Her name is Mariah Carey.
Mimi.
You know, she's a kitten. So it's like kittens change so much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And she's my first pet. So it's like also just learning. I have been trying to figure out what she is for the longest. And when I first got her, she was completely white. Like, I'm not even kidding. This girl was like as white as this.
The shirt, yeah.
Literally. Shout out to Tulsa Vintage Co.
Oh, I love them.
They are the best.
We are absolutely shutting them out.
No, are you kidding me? Julie is amazing.
Yes.
The photo shoot that I did with Atlas, the kimono that I wore in the shoot is also Tulsa Vintage Co. It's so cute.
Almost everything I get new. Well, not new. Vintage is from there.
Yeah, no, I love them. She literally was as white as this shirt, but like recently, maybe like, okay, she's like 5 months.
5 months, yeah.
So around 3 months, she started not being so white anymore. Everyone thought she was Siamese. Like, I literally had people say Siamese, and I told you, first of all, not Siamese. She's Afro-Latina like her mom, okay?
Mm-hmm. She's a Latina.
She's Latina like me, okay?
She is not Siamese. She is Latina.
Okay, please. I just knew that she wasn't. Like, y'all, I'm not even kidding. I knew that she wasn't. And so I just was like doing so much research on like what could she possibly be.
It's hard to tell because I don't really want to do like a 23andMe on my cat.
Right.
I'm not going to do that on myself. I'm not going to do that on my cat.
Yeah, oh my God, I feel the same way. So I just like had been looking and everything that I found just was like not it. Like, I just knew. And
cats can look so different because I think I told you that.
Literally about tabbies. She's a tabby.
Yes, before then, I found this out when I was fostering cats. And it's one of those weird things that like animal biology can get really aggressive with cats specifically. They're, the domestic cat breeds that we have everywhere. The females are able to be inseminated by 2 male hosts by 2 males, and so it creates a tri-gene pool essentially, which is why when they have so many, all of them can look so different. Which is really cute to think about sometimes.
Oh my God.
But like,
okay, yeah.
Because like I fostered cats and we have no idea who the dads were, but the mom was a black cat, and so but none of the 4 babies that we had were fully black.
Yeah.
They were all a combination of tortoise, calico, and like all the colors. You had that gray, that gold, brown, a little bit of black as well, but
so cute.
They're precious.
Angel, and what's the other one's name?
I've got Saffron, Major Tom, Ollie, and Jelly.
Jelly. I'm thinking Angel.
She is an angel.
She is. Jelly and Saffron are sisters, but look so different. And
Absolutely.
I was just thinking, like, animals are like that. I don't know. But that makes sense.
Why they tortoise and tabby. Like, they're completely different. And all of that is... It's kind of like I think that's what they're considered their species or whatever, or their genus or whatever, if you get into like the biology of it. But it's also like what you use to describe the way they look. So that's called like a phenotype.
Okay, because someone told me that she might be ginger. And I was like, baby, she's white.
Biggest realization about Mariah was you noticed the stripiness that Major Tom has.
Yes.
And that is what you saw in her.
Zebra in his face, like literally.
Well, and you noticed too, like he has some brown even like behind his ears too.
And because my baby's a baby, like literally no joke, 3 days ago, she just started getting.
She earned her stripes.
She literally earned. Well, she's had the stripes like on her arms, and then like she's starting to get some like on her back and like around her like hip area. It's
I gotta meet this girl.
She's the best girl. Everyone who's met her, she's the best girl, I promise.
I love it on your story today. You were like, this girl is just chilling here. She's sleeping through. And then we heard your music earlier. I'm like, she was sleeping through that?
No, she literally, she just knows. Like, she's like,
Mommy's busy.
She started to get the ginger in her nose, a little bit around her nose. Major Tom has it in his ears. She does too. She's literally turning.
Well, like you said, cats change so much, and yours is, she's just a little baby girl. I think that she won't look her full coloring until probably at least a year.
That's what people were saying.
Yeah. It takes a long time.
Right. And I'm just like...
They're like a Polaroid. It takes a long time to develop sometimes.
They are. For like 2 weeks, she didn't change at all. And I was like a little nervous. Because I'm like, girl, you all right?
Are you growing? Are you eating?
Are you eating? Puppies are super, they will let you know.
Yeah.
Like, you know. But she seemed fine, but I'm not even kidding. Like, day 15, after that 2 weeks was up, this girl woke up with, like, all these stripes. She was darker. She had, like, such a, like... Just her face just is so stripy now.
Yeah.
It's literally crazy. Like, it's crazy.
That. Well, she's growing.
I know she's growing. I'm not even kidding. Bailey and I were working out last night, and I was like, I'm so happy. And she's like, girl, you literally look super happy. And I was like, it's because I know what my baby is. She's a Latina tabby.
Yes. Viva Latina.
But seriously, thank you. Like, you're the best.
Absolutely.
I'm so grateful for you, like, as a person in my life, and also just, like, as a friend, and also just, like, letting me know who my baby is.
I love dropping knowledge. I love supporting my friends. All of my like lights are going off on, you know, like I'm on the right path to kind of get into some of the things that you were talking about. Like, I love the idea. Something I don't do is a journal.
Okay.
But I do love the art of gratitude and like giving people the credit that they deserve when it comes to the effect that they have on you. And so I love to say thank you. Like when you came over yesterday, I was writing thank you notes.
No, he literally was for the best party ever. Like,
yeah,
oh my God.
For my birthday party, which was really a gift to myself.
Yeah,
but,
I love that you did that.
But it also kind of came around as like, I just got to be so grateful in that moment for the connections that I have made, the friends that I've made, the relationships that I've invested time into, kind of all paying off in one moment was like really amazing. I don't tell everybody to throw a party for yourself. It is like time and place, and you know I haven't had a party big like that in a while, and I don't know if I will again necessarily. But there was just something about the moment that I felt like I needed to seize, and so I did, and it allowed for me to be grateful in a different way, and also kind of I know that day seemed like it was about me, but it ended up being so much shared with everybody else in so many ways, which was awesome.
Yeah.
And then I just want to say something about encouragement too. I think I love your encouragement like mantra and method because like it's something that I go through a lot. I also consider myself like a positive person, like an overly positive person.
Funny enough, I have to interject, and I hate if I mess up your thought process, but your mom literally, she goes, my baby is so positive, and he just has like his mind like on the right path, and like I literally was thinking, oh, it's so apparent, like it really is. That. Yeah, for sure.
I think positivity is something that is contagious more often, but so is negativity.
Yeah,
you know. I feel like I've been bogged down by other people's energy sometimes, and the fact that I have the wits about me to choose positivity and express that more often than not, it's something that I've created as like a. I don't necessarily like framing, you know, personal qualities as like a superpower.
It is,
but it can be.
I don't care.
Like
it
is. It's hard to wake up every day and be like, I'm gonna do this.
Yeah,
like,
in the world that we live in.
Oh my gosh. Well, positivity. I love what you said about it, and I think it is super important for there to be positive influences in your life. I think that you kind of have to balance the idea of like positivity and validation with the, I guess, the other motivators for like productivity and do the things that make you feel good. But sometimes the things that make you feel good, too much of it, baby, everything in moderation.
Everything.
It is so important. And so those are some things that I've like we're both 27. And I think the biggest thing about, oh my gosh, this Scorpio season has been so powerful for me because of it being my 27th year. Like I was able to, I mean, I'm reflecting on it because it just kind of ended. Yeah. I was able to look up into the stars and see like, oh my gosh, this is what the world looked like, 14 days after I was born. This is what the world looked like the day I was born. Like that was a moment that I think really like centered and grounded me back in the reality of who I am in some ways. It was really cool. And so I hope that you've had that moment. Well, I'm glad that you were put on to the whole Saturn returning thing.
I swear, literally, no joke. And honestly, like, so I got to Evan's party at the last leg, child, but I did show up.
Yes.
I did show up for my friends.
You showed up and you stayed around and became like, you met everybody. You did the whole damn thing. It was awesome.
No, but thank you. But walking in immediately, I'm not even kidding. I was like, this is a love force bubble. No, I'm not even kidding. Because like you said, it was a moment like that, of course, was celebration of you. But like from my perspective, it was obviously so about you, but it was so about your network of people who just like love you and like support you. And it was like, I'm not even kidding. I literally was getting teary-eyed because just like being able to bring people together from all different spaces. Like I literally have friends now from your party.
Oh yeah, I know. I was like, that was so cool to see. One of your friends, Lacey Rains for episode 1 of Amor, came and did a little set about birthdays, which was so fun and spontaneous and just like actually perfectly the vibes for what I was going for. Something I want to touch on since we're talking about the party. And we're talking about positivity, there were some thoughts that I had about that attempted to get me down. And those thoughts were, who didn't show up? Who didn't text me happy birthday? Who like was invited and like didn't say happy birthday and didn't even show up?
Yeah.
And that was like a weird thing to sit with afterwards because I was like, oh my God, I had such a great day. Why am I thinking about that?
Right.
Why am I thinking about what could have been or what didn't even happen? That was like the negativity trying to creep in, and it took a couple of days, I'm not gonna lie, to kind of like get over that feeling. And it was odd to be like, I wanted everyone to be there, and everybody that was there was the right people to be there. Right. I didn't need anyone else's presence would have been additive, but it's their lack of presence wasn't subtractive. Essentially, not to get all mathy on it.
But literally for real, no joke, because it was so full. It was so full, like energetically. Like I was really tired that day, like exhausted actually. It
was a Sunday. So it was 2 days before the election.
Right.
It was,
and not only that, it was a little rainy. Like it was.
It rained that whole day.
That whole day. But like, first of all, when I walked in, the whole decoration, you looked amazing.
Thank you.
And then just the energy was so positive.
Yeah.
Like it was so full. It really was.
It was awesome. I don't know if this is the direction that you wanted to go with me sitting in this chair.
Every direction with you is okay.
Pivot a little bit away from it just for a quick second. Talking to all the Amor listeners, like, y'all got a real one right here. Like, Claire is like so... like the energy that she has on camera is the energy that she has off of camera, and I just, you have passion for this, and it shows. You care about it, and it shows. And I'm really excited to see what you get to do with this platform, and I'm excited to see it grow, and I'm excited to be a part of the whole process. Yeah. We're making it work. We're becoming a little dream team.
Yes, Abuela. Did you hear that?
I love Abuela. I need to meet some Abuela. She was like, y'all need to punch in on this edit a little more. Turn the light up on that one. It's like, she's a content girly too.
Can you believe?
I love it.
Shut up. Oh, well, I love you. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I really do care. Thank you for saying that, because I think sometimes people, like, people do things just, like, out of, like, because when I told my grandmother I texted her, I was like, well, I started a podcast. And so, like, maybe 20 minutes later, like, after she did her little research on it, she called back and she was like, girl, what won't you try? And I was like, no, but, like,
Love that question.
I was literally telling her, I was like, it's in me, though. Like, this is literally something that I care about.
So. Oh, my gosh, you're natural, too.
Thank
fact,
you.
like, a little peek behind the curtain. The fact that you just did an hour solo, that takes some gall, some gumption, honestly, some tea, and you have it. You've got the goods, girl.
Thank you.
It's time, and you're doing it.
Thank you so much. Like,
absolutely.
Honestly, the support is literally insane. Like, one from my own specific, like, intimate community of people, like my friends, but also from you guys. Like, thank you guys for the support, because it's not just support for me. Like, it's literally support for the team.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we are like, to just toot our horn and, like, pat our backs, like, we really work so hard on this.
Yeah.
Like, we do. And I just, like, I'm so grateful for you guys. Like, the messages I'm getting on Instagram, like, the comments, the watch time is up. You guys are really, like, tuning in.
We're tuning in.
Like, really tuning in, seriously. So, thank you.
Oh, absolutely. I want to do one little plug.
No.
So, the whole process of getting this started is kind of in tandem with the launch of PodforGood Media.
Yeah.
And so Claire is, and we're honored to have you. So PodforGood Media is a podcast network where we are empowering podcasters with the space, equipment, the logistical help, the publishing, everything from ideation to finished product. Mm-hmm. And so this process has been, you've been our little guinea pig in so many ways, but you've also made it really easy by being, tenacious in your drive. And so what that is to say is that, like, if anyone out there is looking for their voice, if anyone out there is looking for a platform to, get ideas out there, stories out there, creative works out there, which I love that your podcast incorporates kind of already when you talk to artists and everything. Mm-hmm. Your voice might be in podcasting. And so if that's something that you're interested in, you know where to find us. Like, we link it in every video, but PodforGood Media, we're here for you, and we would really love to help you have a space like this to explore ideas and creativity. And we're really grateful to have you on the network and everything. So thank you so much.
Yeah, no, I love being your guinea pig one. Like, it's so much fun. Nonetheless, if you're really looking to do a podcast and you have a thought, if you have a voice, you have something that you want to get out, this team, you guys, like, seriously, this is not easy.
No, it's not. It takes a village, honestly.
Yeah. Like, we're, like, making light and we look good and amazing, but don't get us wrong. Yesterday was a process. Like, we're literally all sitting there and I'm, like, updating raw. I know it sounds crazy, but we're still mixing and mastering. We're literally compressing. We're, like, and it's stuff that I've always wanted to do a podcast. Like, I always have. But I never, ever wanted to do it because I did not want to be the whole team.
Exactly.
And, like, it's a lot. Like, this specific endeavor.
Well, and podcasting has changed so much. Like, it used to be us with the mics editing only audio files and not the visual, the cutting, the promoting on social media. Some podcasts used to catch fire just by word of mouth and all of those things. Now it, like, is it's a full production for advertising and marketing yourself, your ideas, and your voice. Yeah. And so we're really helping you, I think, have that full experience, because it's not just a podcast. It's also a YouTube form of content. Mm-hmm. It's also things that you can put on social media.
And we do.
Yes, and you do. And that takes a lot of moving parts. And so to get it all together and coordinated, that's why I'm here.
Yeah, no, and he's the best. Like, Evan is, like I said, I'm so grateful for him, because not only this podcast, but he also helped me, like, so deeply. I mean, you literally were the event coordinator for my class. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, he's like, girl, it was me.
Yeah, that was me. Which was awesome. I mean, I want to revisit that at some point, too.
Yeah, like, for sure. We should. We'll get back into it.
So good. I have so many videos, so many, like, clips and stuff from that, too. So
yeah, we will get back into the class, because the class was a time, okay? Like, it was a big dream for me. Then, working with you, I was so nervous about the class because I never saw myself as a teacher. So that month before, but I'm not, or the couple months before, crazy in my head. I'm not kidding. But day of
you got
being
it.
with you, well, it wasn't like, yeah, okay, I prepared. But you, I'm not even kidding. It was your energy that had me together. Because if you remember, I was like messed up about the folders. And you were like, girl, we can just, it's fine. Like, it's literally fine. Okay, so what happened was my Bible wasn't printed. And so, which was supposed to go into the folders. And I was going to have them on and the girls could write notes. But it just wasn't working or whatever. And Evan was like, what if we just don't do it? And I was like, well, I really want them to be there. And he goes, what if we put paper in it and they can just write their notes in there? And it was like, y'all.
Well, and we'll send them the Bible. The Bible is like 20 pages long.
You know, I'd be coming with the information. No, but I'm not even kidding. It was like your energy was so like, we got it.
Yeah, we
like,
got it.
I'm
And
telling you,
and there's ways to work smarter, not harder,
right.
and all of those things. And I think that it's in the concept of like an event. I think there are lots of expectations you can put on yourself. Like, you know, if I were going to be a patron of this event, I would want this, 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 and this. But on the other end of it, when you're planning it, you kind of have to realize that sometimes people's expectations are really low.
Yeah.
And them getting anything is going
like,
to wow them. The fact that you gave them gifts afterwards, the fact that you dropped an hour and a half of makeup knowledge on them cohesively, step by step, with a model, like that, a beautiful model. That is something that they might not have been expecting.
Yeah.
All was advertised was a makeup tutorial.
That is true.
And so you had the chance through everything that you prepared before then to really wow them with that event. And I think you did. You did me because I was also there. If I were to throw any encouragement back to you on that, like your overthinking can sometimes get in the way of, I guess, just like a successful event that didn't need all of that.
Didn't need all that. Yeah, for sure. No, I feel you, and honestly, thank you for saying that, because I think it's like, it can be like an artist thing.
It is such an artist thing.
That head, I try so hard not to get crazy, but sometimes I be crazy, okay? Like, for real.
I love that you brought that like up a little bit, because like I think I've been debating on whether or not I'm an artist.
You are.
I think I am.
Okay, so my friend Kiara and I, hey girl, she has this kind of like the way that she says it. She is very, I would say, like personality type A. Like you. You are so organized. You can get it together. You have the notes. You have like anything. This is what I'm saying. Like attest to, if you guys want to do a podcast, if you want to work on anything, like get Evan on your team. I'm not even kidding, because he's perfect. Like seriously. But nonetheless, but there is that side of you that is creative and expressive.
Yeah.
Like, babe, who's coming on here?
Who's coming on here with purple hair and green glasses?
Okay, but the glitter and the, not only on your eyes, but in your mustache, like, it's a look, okay? Honestly.
This?
This?
I hear you. And I think it's also like I don't know what I would say, like, well, I see artists. Absolutely.
There's hyper creatives.
I'm not like Raw getting in my flow state. Love that though. Obsessed with that.
No, but seriously, you're right. No, totally. There's like levels, and like I would consider myself a hyper creative.
Absolutely.
Everything I go after and like can create something for, it's like I try to take it to the max that it can go. And the max that I can go. But like there's also things about me that's like not super personality type A. I might be type H. I don't know.
I thought there was only A and B.
I'm type P, princesa.
Princesa, sí.
I think you are an artist.
Thank you.
Really do.
I'm working on my craft.
Yeah, fully. No.
But you're right. I think there's creatives I guess a good example of this is like I think about Naomi. Naomi is like absolutely like one of the most creative people that I know.
I fully agree.
And you most of the time never see her in front of the camera doing this. Not that she wouldn't do it, but because her
we're definitely getting her here.
Because her mind and her vision works both like I think what's the word I'm looking for? Like cohesively and holistically. She sees the vision. She sees how like I don't know, if like you were to talk about this thing at this time, it might make you think of this conversation so that you get more out of it. Or like the lighting being like too bright on your face. Like there's every layer of it.
Techie.
Such a well, yes, and that's extreme creativity, I think.
I fully agree. No, I fully agree. That hyper creativity does come in different forms. Just because the person's not on camera does not mean. Like, a lot of times it's the person in the corner or the person who is just not on camera that is actually the one, like... Mm-hmm. Okay?
But sometimes you got a triple threat like you.
Gracias. No, honestly, thank you so much. But,
absolutely.
I agree with that. I think, like, being an artist and cultivating, like, the type of artist that you are is a lifelong thing, one. Sometimes people are just, like, out the womb, they know, like me, honestly. Mm-hmm. But sometimes it's something that kind of catches you a little bit later, and you're like, this was here the whole time, and I think I want to tap into that, like, honestly. So I think it's a lifelong cultivation, one, but also there's different realms.
Absolutely.
Like, things look different all the time for everyone. We're all different people. So, like, you fully are an
don't
artist.
Rush it.
Just don't rush it. No, don't rush it. Like, your artistry, never rush. I'm a person who believes in a break and a pause like no other for the art specifically. Mm-hmm. Like, if you don't break and pause your life, break and pause your art, because it's so precious. Like, it just really is. It really is.
I was going to say, you mentioned earlier about journals that you've been journaling since you were 9. So you've been journaling for 2/3 of your life.
Literally. I'll never forget the day, like, my mom.
That's insane. I love that.
Yeah, no. I have to literally shout out my mom for this, because she came to us, my brother and I, and she was saying, like, it was like, she had these, like, notebooks for us, and they're so cute, because, like, I get, like, some of my craftiness from my mom. My mom's more of a gardener, but nonetheless, well, she is, like, fully, my girl could have a whole business, for real. But nonetheless, she is a little crafty sometimes, but I'm really super crafty. But she had, like, this cute journal and, like, these cute, like, markers and stuff for us, and she was saying, like, journaling is really positive. You can write your ideas and your feelings, and you can go back and look at them. Mm-hmm. And that's all she said. I'm not even kidding. And she was like, I want you guys to do this, and I want you guys to make it important. And it was like, I'll just never forget that, because, like, at the time in school, we were art journaling, and I've always been an artist. So I really appreciated, like...
Well, you didn't forget that.
No, like, I never forgot it. Like, it was like, it's a core memory. I'm not even kidding. Like, the day that she was like, you guys should journal because it's good. I was like, I should journal because it's good.
Oh my gosh, I want to see your Inside Out emotion. No. But do you know what I'm referencing? Have you seen that movie?
No, I haven't.
Inside Out?
No. Look.
This is a Claire hasn't listened to Brat moment. I've seen Inside Out.
Guys, first of all, if y'all thought Bailey's reaction was bad, Evan was over here hyperventilating.
I was like, Brat. I'm always a brat when I'm bumping that. You have been getting watch Inside Out. Okay. Get into the Inside Out.
Okay.
Tea.
I think my friend Kai. I'm literally shouting out all my friends.
Everyone.
But she told me about it. I need to get into it.
Emotions, baby.
It's like, okay.
Emotions.
Well, yeah, and I'm like a person who's like, I am emotions. Like, I literally am feelings.
Yes.
But okay, yeah.
Check it out.
No, I've been journaling since forever. And the best thing about it is that I have them. Like, it's wild. I am a person who believes in therapy, and honestly, I'm, like, interested in potentially getting myself a therapist.
Do you ever have one?
I have. I have had one at one point. For a short time, I will say.
I've had 3 therapy sessions.
Okay.
3 therapy points in my life.
Okay, totally. I said I've had the one, and it was super short. Oh, because we're at the end of the year. It was 4 years ago. Mm-hmm. But it's, like, from that, like, every day. Like, it's stuff that I learned then, like...
I don't think you ever forget.
You don't.
The lessons you learned, like...
Okay.
I could go into things from my first therapy session, from my second one, and now I've been seeing my same therapist for 2.5 years. Okay, and I think there's been breakthroughs at every single one. So
fully, I love that. I really love that. But I think something that has kept me sane without well, I know what one of the biggest things that's kept me sane without a therapist is the journaling.
Oh, absolutely.
Because I can literally look back and think, like, when things come up, I'm like, how did I handle this? Mm-hmm. What was I thinking here that can relate to this? And that, like,
or just the, like, full on, I'm getting out my emotion that I have right now in this way.
Yeah.
Like, I think if you're not journaling, there are other ways that you might be externalizing your emotions that might not be the healthiest.
Yeah, I fully agree.
To be honest.
This is just, like, a testament to my mom. I'm glad that you brought that up, because I really think about this so much, actually, like, how pivotal it was for her to do that for me.
Yeah.
am a person who like is so wordy, like not to get like astrology based, but I literally am ruled by Mercury, which is the planet of communication. When I tell you I got the words, like
You're also a
it's
verbal
like,
processor.
I am a verbal processor. It's just a lot of words in my head, and I'm like, it's so powerful for me to just like word vomit on a page.
Well, and I
Everything
think
that I
verbal
feel-
processing is very conducive to journaling because you have to string the words together to form the thoughts, to form the feelings, to form the way that you deal with it. I am also a verbal processor.
Yeah.
Are you shocked? There are times where I speak to anyone that will listen how I'm processing what I'm going through, and it helps. It doesn't matter who it is. It doesn't matter what I'm talking about. I have a problem. I need to speak on it to try and figure out how I'm going to get through it.
It's a real thing.
If it's a strong emotion, even if it's a dull emotion, or if it's just a problem, my brain thinks better when I'm trying to form a coherent thought about what that thing is. And I think journaling is a really cool way to do that without the need for another person,
Right.
or the need for like validation when you are processing.
Literally, those two things are why I tell people to journal. I love my friends so much because if I need something, like it's so easy for me to just be like, can you come over, or can I come over? But sometimes it's like late, or sometimes like they're not able or whatever.
Sometimes
and, like,
it's not convenient.
It's just not convenient, right? But what always is your pen and paper. Like it is always there. And then secondly, even with people who love you, even with like spaces of community and friendship, like there is a judgment. Like we're judgmental people,
Well,
and it's not negative. It's not negative, but like I'm judging.
Or to put that on someone else, like
Yeah.
that, we were talking about positivity, negativity, like you processing something might be conceived as negative and they take that on, whether they want to or not, or whether you
100%.
intended to or not. And then you're like, oh shit, I just gave them all this negative energy. I didn't mean to. I was just trying to do me.
Literally. And I'll tell my friends all the time, like, I'm like, okay, I do need to talk, but this is a little heavier of the space.
Content warning.
No, content warning, because you need to have that. Like, it is, when you listen to people's problems, even if for people who you care and love about deeply, like, you are taking on another person's emotional headspace.
Absolutely.
And that can be weighty, no matter what.
Absolutely.
But I think 100% there's no need for validation. Whatever you say, you can be so real on the pen and paper. Like, and it's honestly the healthiest way to be, because like I said, I can go back and track how I was dealing with something. And like, the realest of real is how I am in my pen and paper.
Yeah.
The raw emotion, the raw feelings, the first process, the like initial understanding, being able to look back and look at that and be able to be honest about it with no one around at any time given point, that's unmatched. And it's free, baby.
Process your shit.
Process your shit, baby. Okay?
I love
Get your
that.
ass a journal and do the fucking work.
Nobody wants to fucking work these days.
Free. It's like, it's always available, because your journal can be anything. Like, it can be, if you have no pen and paper, get yourself a napkin.
Right
like,
on your notes app.
Right on your notes. Yeah, that too. I will say, like, you can also do your notes, but like, I am also really big for pen and paper.
I agree. I think that there's like notes app on your phone is good for remembering, to go get something from the grocery store
100%.
or whatever.
Don't get deep there, girl.
But like, that is an iCloud. That belongs to someone else.
Does. And they can be tapped into.
Absolutely.
And like, even if not tapped into, but like, let's say like we're doing so much sharing of files. Like if I accidentally sent you my journal,
I would read it.
No. I mean, I would at least race through it.
I know. I'm like, let me see what she's got going on here.
It is a cloud and it does belong to someone else, but your pen and paper, like this is not getting anywhere unless I leave it somewhere, unless I literally give it to someone. If I share, like, and it's with you, and like you can keep the things that are with you, like you just can. Oh yeah, pen and paper
And a log.
If you need a little quick, I mean, a notes app it's not gonna hurt you. And it
Remind
has, like,
yourself to
served
journal
me.
in the notes app.
Remind. No, I do that. Journaling, like, it's so powerful.
Yeah.
It's like I said, one of the most pivotal moments in my life is me starting journaling.
When you watch Inside Out, there will be a core memory that, you'll see the girl's core memory, and she holds it in her hand, and that's you holding your journaling and what your mom said to you. You'll have a little A little orb to hold.
I love that. It's like my journal in Mariah.
Yes,
Like,
yes.
literally.
Yes, absolutely.
And,
You should watch it.
Thank you for freaking coming here.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, I'm saying coming here like he wasn't here the whole
Thank you
time.
for bringing me here.
Thank you for literally.
Absolutely.
I'm so glad that you're on this episode, and you gave us so much gems, and I knew you would.
Oh, absolutely.
Y'all don't understand. Evan is gonna be around, okay? Like
Yes.
faces you need to get used to seeing. He is one of them. Like
And
seriously.
I was happy too. So
Yeah.
thank you for having me and sending you paz y amor, listeners.
Again, just more like if you need someone on your team, you guys, like Evan is someone to seriously reach out to. Like, he's so amazing. He makes it so easy. And also, he's just smart. You know, like, no, look, sometimes the teammate is not smart, okay? And that is a hard one to deal with. But Evan is smart, and he's just great. Yeah, no, I love having you here. We will have you back
Thank you.
1,000 times, a million times over.
Thank you.
Yes.
Paz y amor. Besos.
Yes! Guys, like, did you not think that was the best episode ever? Definitely, we will be leaving his information. And he also has a podcast. So definitely, we will leave the information for that one and the links for all. I really hope that you guys enjoyed. Like, y'all, this is the one send out. Seriously, send out to your friends because this was such a good conversation. And I feel so humbled, one, by all the compliments that he gave me, but also just like humbled to have such a beautiful team and friends. Like, it's amazing. Yes, I am sending you guys paz y amor. Make sure that you are loving yourself. Make sure that you're being real and honest with yourself, that you are taking the time to listen to your soul, to acknowledge what you need in the body, mind, and soul. Make sure that you are operating in love and only love. And that's all, folks. Besitos.